point.
I did.
I once set myself on fire.
I did go with Randy to a Parliament Funkadelic concert, and we were the first ones there because we're nerds. And we were waiting outside, and this dude came up to him and asked him if he knew where to get drugs. So I guess he's that cool. I don't know.
Like George Clinton everywhere.
I had a brown leather jacket on and like just a plain black T-shirt. And this guy was like, you know where to party. Where's the drugs at? I'm like, sir, if I had drugs, I'd already do them.
And then we ended up there was
having this conversation.
Yeah.
There was a guy like a bum that pissed next to us, like literally took a piss right next to us.
Well,
who proceeded to tell us he would buy us alcohol, and then we declined because we heard people got kicked out of the
Kind of has
Newport.
to after peeing next to you.
Yeah. But we declined because we were underage, and we heard if you drink underage at the Newport, you get kicked out. And then he's like telling us he could get us to meet Bernie Worrell, the keyboard player from Parliament, and we're like, yeah, this guy's crazy. And then the next thing that happens was what, Ray?
He knew Bernie.
He brought that dude to us. Like brought him to the line.
Actually delivered.
Yeah.
Oh man,
we were the only white kids there, really. I think.
But yeah, I figured it.
It was all like 50s, 60s.
That's why
50s and 60-year-old black people. And
with the elderly black men.
They thought we were really cool, and I felt really cool. I'll be honest.
I felt cool. That's probably the coolest. That was my peak.
I remember that story differently. I remember just peeing on you guys.
See?
Oh, you were that guy?
I was that guy.
I know the keyboard player, yeah, sure.
It comes out all these years later.
My favorite part though was when the Parliament was late by about an hour, and about 40 minutes into that hour, people started like drumming on the doors and windows. And then became this beat, and I'll never forget it. It was shit, goddamn, get off your ass and jam.
when they organize the writing, that's when you know.
It was wanted him to open the doors and let us in, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure that's how like the Cincinnati riots started.
Oh, there've been a couple riots started that fucking way. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kick it off.
All right. Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. Let's get this fucking year done right. I am Dan Fraley, host of the Exploder Podcast, co-host of Hillbilly Therapy, and a bunch of other random stuff you'll see on ZTO. I am joined by a cavalcade of ladies and gentlemen that make ZTO what it is, and we are here to celebrate the end of the year, thank God. And some of us have worked together before in the past, and other of us not so much. So what I want to do is I want to go down individually, go around, say who you are, people that don't know, and just a little bit about yourself. Whoever can go first,
this is fun.
your business. Yeah.
This is fun.
I'm Ray McGuff, and I'm the talent.
And the quitter.
Yeah.
He's the quitter.
That's all you really need to know about me.
There you go.
He's the cooler.
Go on.
Cooler.
Next.
I'll go. I'm Frank. I put all the shows together. It's me. This whole night's been all about me.
Magic man.
Oh.
No, I'm just the guy behind the curtain, and everybody else does all the work. So
he's the wizard.
You're the man behind
The wizard, yeah.
He's the wizard.
I'm also on.
know how.
I'm on a couple of shows. Last Roundup Horror Show with John there, and I do. What else do we do? Deconstructing Bill Murray with Ray. I don't do anything with any of you other than that, right? Nope.
You
just
pop
producer. I pop in. I'm a guest. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. John from the last Roundup Horror Show.
True to form.
And you know, I'm just talking about movies and stuff I love. I've worked with Ray, JP. We're going to be doing with Jenny on Lovecraft Country. My wife she changed her mind, decided to join in, which I'm super stoked about.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, That's me.
He has an awesome collection of figurines.
Oh,
and
yeah.
things.
Oh,
Is
God.
that the proper term? Figurine? That's not it. That sounds too.
They're toys. They're toys. I collect
They're
a lot of
toys. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, of course they are.
They're not
My
toys
wife-
unless you take them out of the box. I don't think.
Oh.
Right.
Then,
Collectibles.
well, they're collectibles then. Let's call them collectibles. Let's church it up. Yeah,
always-
I don't take shit out of the box.
I'm always pushing for him to open those boxes.
Open it.
And just play with them, dude. Let
Open it.
Yeah, let's open that Halloween 3 pack. I don't think so.
Yeah, I
It's
might
too
not open
pretty.
that one.
No.
Do it.
My wife got me 2 of the Back to the Future
Mm.
dolls, the ultimate ones, the Biff and the Marty, and holy crap. They look like those sideshow ones, those ones that are like 12 inches and you pay like maybe upwards of sometimes $1,000 for because they're so lifelike.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Like, I don't get into all that shit though. I got a mortgage and a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Talk to me when you get a real Lisa doll from Weird Science.
Oh.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Who's up next?
See the shirt? I don't need it.
I guess I'll go.
There you go.
So I'm Jean-Paul Mantilla, and I co-host What the Fuck Did I Just Watch with Jenny Morrow, where we take a deep dive on all kinds of fun and exciting things of new and old in terms of television and movies.
It is so funny. Ray, you remember how much shit you had to watch on that show?
Yeah, I do. It was a lot. That's why I don't do it.
It is so funny to watch them like have guests on that have to watch a lot of stuff. John, how long is Lovecraft Country? That's quite a.
10
it's only 10
episodes.
episodes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only 10
Okay.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lovecraft Country is
There's
not
a
as
lot
bad.
in that show. There's a lot going on.
Warehouse 13 had 6 seasons, and Friday the 13th had another 3 with 20 plus episodes.
That episode that's coming out is really funny just to hear him. Who was your guest on that one? I can't remember his name.
Mike.
Yeah, he was just talking about how much he had to consume for the episode, and they were tossing around the how much did I just watch or whatever. What was the title? How much did I just watch?
Something to that effect.
That was my idea. It was bad.
Yeah. So and then I also do Schlockfest, which is a wonderful way to torture Ray. And in 2021, I'm thinking of fun and interesting ways. Shock treatment comes to mind.
Oh my god! Do you know what that is, Ray?
No, I don't.
It's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show sequel, kind of spiritual sequel or whatever.
Yeah,
unofficial sequel.
Really rough. Really rough.
See this?
He always likes Ray because that sounds awful.
Yeah, he always likes to throw musicals in. Like, I don't know.
It's got Jessica Harper from Suspiria, so it ain't all bad.
All right.
Yeah.
There's always a bright spot in the muck and shit that he provides.
She's a fun actress. I like her.
And there are no Jellicle cats in it, if that makes you feel better. Because you love the Jellicle
last year.
Yeah. Who's up next, Carrie?
Hello, everybody. I'm Carrie Meyer. I am co-host of Time for Tacos with Ken Newman. And I also do a lot of the band interviews. Ken and I try and get out to as many things as possible. But as of late, that's been rather difficult. We did a private thing in Kenton. So I guess it wasn't technically private, but it was at somebody's house.
And you did Fink Fest.
So that was great. I had a naked guy crash our interview. That was interesting.
That's the sound of a good interview. That's what that is.
Ken had actually staged it, and he had floated the idea. Well, wouldn't it be funny if somebody tried to do? Because there was a shower area set up behind us because this is an outdoor festival and it was really hot. So somebody used like a hose and stuff and made a makeshift shower. And Ken was like, yeah, wouldn't that be hilarious if somebody was using the shower behind us as we were interviewing? and I didn't think he was actually going to do it. But he got the front man for a band called Zoo Trippin', Tony Casa, to do it. And I was interviewing a band called Philia from Columbus, and we're just sitting there, and Tony had come like in behind us and was talking to one of the guys briefly, and left, and we thought he was gone, but no, we didn't know he was completely naked until he started screaming behind us, "How do you make this shower work? Can somebody help me with my hose?" And we all turn around, and his ass is like right there. So
Classic comedy.
As a rule of thumb, in any band, you always have to be wary of the guy who's way too comfortable being naked. That's the guy who's always going to get you in trouble every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Supposedly, this guy had been naked on stage before, and that's why he
obviously
was willing to do it. And Ken did this without telling any of us, so I think our reaction was even better. So.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Jake.
Well, I am Jake Hill, the hillbilly therapist. I'm kind of the crazy uncle around here. I guess that's the best way to describe myself. I'm kind of the one that you don't
notoriously. He notoriously freezes up.
Jake. Here's just a heads up, man. You're glitching out all to hell because you're in your basement.
Get out of the basement once in a while, Jake.
Technically, I'm in the basement as well. So.
Oh wow.
Well, I guess she's got a better basement, huh?
Better basement. Attic,
John's in the attic.
We got the whole house covered.
All over the house. Yeah.
I finally came out of
medicine.
It's all
in the garage. It's a whole thing.
Your cousin Ray to drink and shake.
Do we want to redo his introduction there?
Yeah. Jake, give it another try.
Yeah, give it another try, Jake.
All right. Apparently,
oh, there he is.
He could just pretend to be frozen up, and we would just go with it. Yeah.
Sorry,
just redub him with anybody else's voice.
Hello, I'm Jake.
Roll on too.
We'll just get a picture and act like he's calling in.
It's funny is I was like, I can see everybody else randomly freezing too, but see, right? I can't do anything about it because my kids up here sleeping.
Oh yeah, I get you.
It's all right. That's Jake.
It's Jake Hill, hillbilly therapy. That's right.
Sorry.
Get all your questions answered at hillbillytherapy@gmail.com.
That's right. Has an email. It's official.
YouTube page.
All right.
Bang.
All right.
It's a YouTube page. That's over.
That was the laziest promotion I've ever seen in my life. YouTube page. I don't know.
This YouTube page.
Twitter, Instagram, or some shit. I don't know.
Have you tried looking at YouTube lately? There's things.
No.
He used to just say. He used to say stuff like ZTOTV.net.com.
/Infowars
on Netscape. I don't know.
Yeah.
Prodigy chat. I don't know. Fuck. I don't
know. Why do I care?
IRC. It's IRC.
IRC. That's right. Yeah. AIM chat. It's
ASL.
Time loop. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're hooking up with people in Bangladesh, and yeah, it's getting weird. All right. Now, with all the introductions out of the way, I want to start with let's just talk about the elephant in the room. 2020 was not a great year for live shows. And quite a few of us do live shows. There were no Gromy shows this year. Not one.
No, there wasn't.
There was not. We were going to have, I think it was one in March. Didn't happen for obvious reasons. On my end, we did one Beans on Parade in January. And we had another show planned for July, which did not happen. Like you said, there have been a couple shows. Fink Fest happened this summer. It was an outdoor event. A couple of things, but live shows were not plentiful this year, which is part of the bread and butter of ZTO. So
yeah, and I'll tell you what, man, I am loading up on shit for the shitty prize giveaway. I want to show you an item.
I love that.
This is an item that'll be featured once we can finally start giving random stuff away from a garbage bag. I've got this.
Oh, you bastard! Yes.
And this is going to be the hot item. And you know
you
what?
Open it. If you open it, he just touches you. It's just his last.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff, man.
Was that Escaping Neverland? Is that
that's what's inside? That's what's inside.
Real controls.
Does it come with a monkey?
The Michael Jackson Experience coming soon to a garbage bag.
Although you do not want to shake the Wii remote. There's a whole different reason. You don't want to shake it.
It's connected to the bells in his bedroom. And then
Speaking of the shitty prize giveaway, we talked about this clip earlier and I pulled it up because this is one of my favorite moments. This guy was drinking Absolute straight out of a bottle.
Right out of the bottle.
And
my kind of people.
Only like a tenth of the way full by the time he got there.
And
like
I swear to God, this interaction is so genuine.
There that day, I was dying. Oh,
Dan
man.
was seething with hatred for this guy.
You have to think on your feet with stuff like this. You have to.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And this guy definitely pushed you.
No. For the record, I will not be heckled by a man wearing a jogger rapist outfit carrying a bottle of vodka. You look like Fred Durst in the game of. Yes, I do, yeah.
You know, he just said that I had a Avenger. Like, yeah?
Telling you to have Avenger shirt on was an insult?
Nah, he had nothing. He was just like, well, you have an Avenger shirt on. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Are we sure it isn't Fred Durst?
He was done.
It's a 50-50. Notice how, when he pulls the bottle, notice how little's left in that bottle.
So far.
He's just carrying around an empty bottle at this point.
All right. Was that a new bottle? Did you pop the top on that one?
Right behind Dan's elbow there is the dude that ghosted me this year. So for me.
Yeah.
So sorry to bring that memory up.
Sorry.
So this is what's happening. As this is happening, the next band is getting ready. They are about ready. And this guy came to me. He came up to the stage to do that.
Yeah.
And he starts with that, and it was like literally the bit. Like, I get that he's drunk. That didn't bother me. I've been dealing with drunk people my entire life. So but it was the fact that he was drunk and trying to heckle. And my thing is, sober people heckling are bad. Drunk people heckling are terrible because they can't do it.
To stand right next to somebody and say, "Do you molest children?"
Do you molest children? And I was like, that was his. In his head. In his head, that was the best line he could think of. In his head, that's how drunk he was. And then the Avengers line. I'm like, that's what's on the shirt, genius.
I was like, you hear me in the background going, Dan.
You should have said what? You should have been like, why you got some, and then just slapped the bottle out of his hand.
And the thing was, the reason I said that was, God honest to goodness, when I saw him and he's drinking the bottle, he's wearing like sweatsuit. Shirt, pants were all the same gray sweatsuits. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? The reason I said that is because he looked like the guy, there's an episode of Law and Order, the first suspect they look at who doesn't end up doing it. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
Right.
Partially drunk. He's wearing like sweat clothes, and he's going, "Hey, what's going on? Something happened to her?" That's what it looked like.
I didn't take I didn't rape her, but I took her wallet.
Yeah, I took the wallet. Like, that's what he looked like. Like a guy that kept it in Central Park, just jogging his way through. He's like, he was near the body. Like, that's what he looked like.
Now I did rile him up a little bit beforehand because I think I got in an argument with Dan. I was about Prince, and I tried to start a fuck Prince chant.
You did.
Yeah,
you picked a lot of fights that night.
Because I just ran. This is something funny you can say just in public, and people get like if you say I'm glad Prince is dead. Fuck him, man.
It's fighting words.
Crazy.
No,
I tried to do get a chant going. I don't really feel that way. I mean, I'm sad the dude's dead.
Jay Giles. You tried with Jay Giles band.
Yeah.
And then you did it with Prince same night. No, there's an epilogue to this story. After this little segment happened, later on in the show, that guy's son came up to me and apologized for how drunk that guy was. His kid apologized.
Yeah.
That's how drunk he was.
Weird
was the
shows.
kid?
He was older.
He was
He was older. He was a teenager,
16, 18.
He apologized. He's like, yeah, it was my dad. I'm sorry.
He was the designated driver.
Yes, he was. Yes. He's gonna put him on his bike and they're gonna wheel away. Great.
So let's get back to 2020.
Oh,
that was just a complete sidetrack. But let's not talk about all the bad stuff.
Right.
What good happened? Anybody got something good? Ray had a real rough year.
This is a fun podcast.
Well, yeah, we're trying to keep it light. What was good
Keep
to
it
happen?
light. Come on now.
Anything?
Dan had a baby.
Who had a baby?
I did.
Dan,
Had a little girl in September.
Woo!
That was
I got
probably nerve-wracking.
$1,200 from the federal government that I didn't have to claim on my taxes.
There you go. Right.
That's cool.
Got a new PlayStation coming your way eventually, huh?
Oh.
What?
Mitch
Yeah.
McConnell.
Well, that's the next one. That's the next go round.
After
The
Mitch
first
McConnell lets it go
$1,200 check I spent on DoorDash and sport coats.
weed.
There you go. That's what you do. DoorDash and sports coats. That's the title right there. DoorDash sports coats.
Yeah.
I finally subjected Ray to Can't Stop the Music, which was amazing. One of our best shows, I think.
Oh man, that episode was great too.
Yeah, that was a real highlight of my year.
You got to see
You can
YMCA's.
feel it.
You got to see YMCA's ween.
Yeah.
I don't know who that movie's for because, well, first of all, I was at Gromy's one time and I was like, I said something like, why? Who would come? Somebody came in looking for YMC or Village People, and I was like, I didn't know those people existed. Like I didn't know there was, because I know a lot of gay people and none of them have that bad of taste. They have good
That's true.
taste.
That's true.
Taste in that stuff. So that movie is not for any. I mean, I guess maybe it's for gay dudes, but I don't know.
It's for people
man.
who love
Deaf people?
people who love Steve Gutenberg. He's awesome in it.
I don't love him that
Skating.
much. I don't love him that much.
The Goot
Like,
on
he-
skates.
Like he don't love himself that much. Like that's
I think that's the thing
Like-
about the movie that struck me the most is it's not even really about the Village People. It's about the guy who discovered the Village People, who is the sound mixer who Steve Gutenberg plays.
The Goot.
well,
Yeah.
that right there. That's an instant classic. That's what that is.
Based
Like,
on
I
what
wanna
I
see-
saw,
I don't want to see REO Speedwagon. I want to see the guy who worked for REO Speedwagon. That's what I want to see.
Who put REO
What's he
Speedwagon
doing?
together?
That's
what
Yeah,
right.
who's that guy?
Yeah.
What's Clarence doing
Right.
now? I don't know.
And a wonderful song about milk and how
Yes.
delicious it is.
Well,
And
you
milkshakes.
need that. You need that. That's a
I
fact.
mean, well, I would think based on what I saw,
Of some kind. He had a really short shirt on.
Bruce Jenner had
Yeah.
That's right.
uh,
Who is now a different Jenner.
just foreshadowing.
now,
Oh.
that's why I said Bruce. I would have, out of respect, I would have said Caitlyn,
but it
to
was
say,
Bruce.
It
To
was
say
Bruce at the
Caitlyn
time.
Jenner was wearing a tube top or whatever
Well,
that
yeah,
is.
it was
It's a little
Bruce.
different.
It was
If I
Bruce.
can be politically
Oh.
correct as well, they would be fine with it.
The embarrassing things Bruce Jenner has done over the years. Oh, that's a list.
Yeah.
Like
It's a wonderful
Jenner.
movie.
I'll be Caitlyn Jenner is the most expensive person on Cameo. If you ever want to
Oh,
have
God.
a celebrity, $2,000.
The son of a what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Not even
you
getting
can get
Bruce for that deal? Fuck that.
you can get so many better people.
Come on,
That's
Bruce.
what
Yeah.
That's
You
what
can
I'm
get
doing
Steve
with my
Gutenberg for
COVID.
150.
Steve
with my
Gutenberg will pay
COVID
you
check.
150. That's what'll happen.
I'm gonna put that COVID
$2,000.
check with some money, and I'm gonna get Caitlyn Jenner to sing the Armor hot dog song.
Oh,
yeah.
love it. Love
That's
it.
great.
That is stimulating the economy.
That's what I want. For $2,000, I'm gonna get both.
But I saw the one. I saw them the other day. Just in a little aside, I saw one the other day. It was an advertisement for a phone game. I swear to God, the endorsement for that was a Cameo video. You know that because it says freaking Cameo at the bottom of the fucking video.
Why would
That
you
was their
cut that
that
out?
was their advertisement, and I'm like, that's the worst advertisement I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, all it takes
You
is
can
a little
tell it's
cropping.
Yeah, then you
crop
do it,
that
like you can
photo.
tell it was fake. I'm like, oh come on.
Ryan
even
Reynolds
put the
just
effort
did
into
that.
that.
Ryan Reynolds just did that same thing for his Mint Mobile. He hired
Oh.
Gary Busey
Oh,
via
dear
Cameo
Lord.
to do a commercial.
Does he?
That's
Does
genius
Gary Busey,
almost.
Does
Yeah.
Gary Busey just take like scraps of leaves at this point? Like
Gary
he
Busey,
doesn't
by
eat-
the way, is cheaper on Cameo than Caitlyn
Oh, I'm-
Jenner. It's like
I'm sure he
350
is.
or something like that.
That's
Guys,
still too
really
much
reasonable.
for Gary Busey. If I don't be
Can I-
yelled at by a guy with mental issues, I'll
Can
go
I
to the
tell you-
hospital.
Can I tell you a story about Gary Busey?
Oh, please. Please do.
So I'm listening to this podcast right now with the Entourage guys from the HBO show, and Gary Busey was in one of the episodes. So they
Oh,
get him
Lord.
on. He actually comes on the podcast, and so they're asking him about his early career. And I don't know if you guys know this, but he played Buddy Holly in a movie.
Yeah, he did.
about
Yeah,
Buddy
it's
Holly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's his thing.
He
man.
spent 25 minutes talking about how he was so good at. He never sung in his life until he just took the part,
Mhm.
and that Buddy Holly possessed him. The spirit of Buddy Holly, so much so that Buddy Holly's widow would cry every time he sung because she saw his spirit. It was the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. If you
That
can
is
find
the-
it, listen
that
to
is
it. It's
Gary
hilarious.
Busey thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Because after it's
That's-
over, all the other guys go, "Wow, that must have been something."
Yeah, what's
how
the
do you
follow-up to
respond
that?
something like that?
I love Gary Busey. Gary Busey because he's literally said the phrase. It was some shitty reality show, and he said the following phrase: "Will you shut up? I'm trying to say a fucking prayer." That's a thing he said out loud.
Did you ever see? He was on Celebrity Apprentice, and
yeah.
Meatloaf flipped his shit on him.
Oh
Oh,
god!
He thought Meatloaf
That's a
thought Gary
battle for the
Busey
ages.
stole his painting supplies. And-
I
He straight up-
remember
he straight
that.
up almost went like
Gary-
kindergarten fight.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Gary Busey versus Meatloaf. Oh shit!
mhm. Yeah,
I'd pay money to see it. Not gonna lie.
and I
Put that on
forget.
Cameo.
They're
It
gonna
was a
fight
country-
Jake Paul.
Event right there.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. The same thing, John.
One of the guys from Big and Rich had to mediate that situation.
Oh yeah.
That's a Mad Lib right there.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
just a Mad Lib of people.
Well, and
As
then that
they-
became America, and
Yeah.
And then Peyton Manning jumped in, and it got crazy. Like
And we got Allstate.
in all states. Dennis
Yeah.
Haysbert
Search
came
for
in.
more
And he
money.
was.
yeah, but
This never happened to you.
And that's why Gary Busey is the judge now on the Animal Court.
that show,
Real show. That is a real show.
That show
I
is
know.
garbage.
Oh,
Gary Busey is
Amazon
so
Prime.
fucking out of it that when you watch this show, you are sad. You're like,
Yeah.
they are feeding him lines to say, and he has no idea what they
There-
are.
there was a show. There was a show on Comedy Central years ago. It was literally just called "I'm with Busey,"
yeah,
and
that's
they
a
put
great
some
one.
young
remember
writer with him and just had him
Mhm.
survive Gary Busey. That's
that
all
was
he had
Gary-
to do.
That was Gary being himself.
Yeah,
that was-
exactly. That's Gary
this is-
Busey. Yeah.
This is him being that character of Gary Busey, written by somebody else. It's
Oh God.
very strange. It's got a lot of improv people in it. I don't know.
Oh,
I wanted
God.
to like it. When I heard about it, I was like, "That's for me." And then
It wasn't for him.
there's a couple people that have tried those kind of weird judge shows. Did you ever see the one that Doug
Yeah.
Benson did?
Oh
What
God.
it was
Yeah.
called? Something about weed, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's always weed. Something wrong with my weed. Yeah.
I like me.
Yeah.
Judge
Something
me.
like
I'm
that.
high.
Yeah. What's he's just gonna come up with a show one day that's it's just called that's what it's gonna be called. He's gonna forget. I'm like, give it to him. We don't care. It's Doug Benson. Let him do it. be like, they'll turn the camera on, they'll
I'd
go.
watch it.
I'd like, dude, I forgot what the show's about, but whatever. Let's do something. I don't know.
Huff and paint.
I'm a regular listener. I listen to Doug Loves Movies all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
I love Doug Loves Movies.
He did a show. They only gave him a season with it, but he did a show. It used to be a stage show, and they made it into a show for Comedy Central where all he would do is heckle other comics.
Yeah, the Benson interruption.
The Benson interruption. That was so dumb, but it was so funny because he was so good at it.
Yeah.
He used to give our vodka guy lessons.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God,
that guy needs a life coach.
Yeah, and a sponsor, and a better wardrobe. There was a lot going on there that needed changed.
My father's a wonderful man. Okay.
My condolences to your family.
Stand-up comics in 2020. Did any of y'all on your 2020 bingo have John Mulaney going into fucking rehab
for cocaine?
Really?
For cocaine?
That makes so much sense.
For cocaine,
though. Oh my God!
I didn't see that story, but that makes sense because his last special, he was on a huge stage and he was all over the place, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like
I'd heard him talk about his drinking. I know he drank, you know what I mean? But then they said, oh, it's drinking and cocaine. And I thought, and I love John Mulaney, but the first thing I thought was, wait a minute, he can talk faster? Like, that's possible?
He's just doing rails off the Big Mouth 5 script.
Oh, yeah.
He's just
Ladies, can you beat,
and
man?
then we show his ball.
Oh my God.
You leave Spider Pig alone.
I cannot wait for the next special where he talks about rehab.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that'd be amazing.
It would explain, although to be fair, it would explain how he stayed at SNL as long as he did. Because Tuesday nights, they're up all fucking night writing.
Yeah.
If you're on cocaine, that's not hard. That's not hard at all.
The shit that
Cocaine's a
Hader
wonderful
would say-
drug.
the shit that Bill Hader would say about how he would give him last minute changes.
Oh my God,
and
yes.
that's the actions of a cocaine dude. Like, like,
Well,
hey,
he
try
said-
this one out. This is better.
Well, he said
This is
he
better.
was trying to trip him up, and I thought it was hilarious. Like, what was the one line was like, "Have you heard of the Black Dracula called Blackula?" And he's like, "You ever heard of the Jewish Dracula?" It's like, what? It's Erwin Winklebaum or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Urban Applebaum.
Applebaum.
That's
He's like, "What's funny?" I'm like, "That's a funny line." Applebaum.
Yeah. Well, let's get back to 2020. We don't want to talk about
Let's
it.
try it.
But-
We're
Did you
trying to
watch-
avoid it.
Did you watch
I'm
anything
gonna have
cool?
to momentarily
'Cause that's all we've been
just
doing.
off Here. My
What?
laptop battery is dying.
Where are you going?
Oh!
He's running away.
Okay, but since
We
everybody's
lost somebody.
just been watching stuff constantly,
Yes.
have you watched
Okay.
anything cool?
Yeah.
Boy, have I.
He's been waiting for this.
I've
Boy,
seen
have I.
everything cool that you
My
can think
time to
of.
shine.
Hey, look
your
at his
favorites?
shades. You can trust him. He's seen everything. That
I was locked away for a while.
Wild.
Boy, I mean, like right off the top of my head, I mean, everybody's been talking about Cobra Kai, but I saw that 2 years ago. I
The
watched it again
sunglasses.
recently. Yeah. Let's talk about that though. You know, when I first heard about it, I thought this sounds like a pile of shit, and turns out it's fucking amazing. And that William Zabka should be winning Oscars in
I haven't had a
big
chance
budget
to watch
movies.
it.
I'd say without spoiling anything, I think the ending to season 2 is probably one of the craziest things that I think I've ever seen.
Absolutely, yeah. So I would recommend that. I watched The Crown, which I would never watch, but I was sick and I ran out of stuff to watch.
He watched it all.
I fucking loved it. It has it tricks you because you think it's a soap opera, but it's not. Every episode revolves around a point in history and how the royal family was involved in it, and it's fantastic. I can't give it enough praise. What else did I see? I mean, just a ton of comedies. I've watched pretty much every stand-up person that's on Netflix. Let's talk about Dave Chappelle. He had a big year this year for what it was. I just recently heard he's buying a firehouse in Yellow Springs and turning it into a comedy club.
I heard about that.
Cool.
I mean, we're all funny people. That's kind of our thing. What do you guys think? I still think he brings it like nobody else.
He
I
makes
love
me
Dave
laugh.
Chappelle.
He makes
Yeah.
me laugh.
Fucking hilarious.
The last special I watched was one that I had missed when he dropped like 2 at the same time. It was something about birds. I can't remember what it was called. But I laughed until I was in tears several times during that
Right.
special. And I look back at the stuff I used to consider like my favorite Dave Chappelle stuff, like the purple drink. I don't know if you've heard that bit, or
Yeah.
he has his old specials
The
were like,
black white supremacist, the blind guy that was
oh,
black.
that's his TV show. I was talking
Yeah.
stand up. I didn't like the Chappelle show. I'll be honest.
What?
At the time, I might have, but watching it now, it's like, ugh, what the fuck? Because it's not that half-baked style comedy.
Dated now because
Well, and I wasn't really big on it at the time. I mean, there was a couple things I liked, but I never liked race stuff. I think it's like Chris Rock is not one of my favorites, and he does like almost exclusively race stuff. And it's like, all right, I understand it's for some people, but I like this weird shit, like
I hate white people too. They suck.
Yeah, the honkies. Damn honkies.
Hey.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
he has a lot of good stuff, and
Yeah.
the Chappelle show didn't do the same stuff for me that his stand-up did. I don't know. And he always stuck like rap shit in there I didn't like. Kanye West would be on an episode.
Oh yeah, at the end,
yeah. And I mean, I like some rap, but I didn't like anybody he had on for like musical guests.
You don't like the Roots?
No.
Oh, I'm
Questlove
sorry.
on there.
I'm
It's
sorry
pretty
that you
good.
don't like the Roots.
I'm sorry that my taste is below yours.
Most Def was awesome.
No, it was always like that more soul kind of stuff, and that's not my jam. I like to be stupid, to be honest. I mean, I like it to be dumb. The stuff I like in hip hop.
A lot of these speaking of rap, a lot of these millennial rappers had a rough year. They were dropping like flies.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, I had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
We stayed at home and did fucking drugs.
They were hanging out with John Mulaney.
Was it Juice WRLD? Did he die in 2020 or was that 2019? I can't remember.
I think that was 2019 right at the end, but then it was like several other ones too that I only hear it through work because I work with young people and they go, "Did you hear that little pill popper died?" I'm like, "Oh,
Billy G, I wonder what it was. Lightning strike?"
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's named after a drug. What killed him? I don't know. Bear attack? What do you think killed him?
Ricky Tikki died of an overdose. I don't know.
Yeah. Juice WRLD was one of the only ones I knew about before he died. Like he was one that I was listening to actively.
I don't listen. Like I'll admit, I don't listen to a lot of it. Like I don't listen. Like the newer shit. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't like it. But it's not for me, and that's fine. But like,
has rap ever been for you though?
Yeah, there's some older stuff that's okay, but the newer shit, it's mumble shit, and I can't handle it. But my thing is like when someone I literally never heard of, who's had 2 songs, they die of obvious reasons, and then everyone acts like they were a fucking legend. Like,
maybe
no, they weren't.
That's
they
like
had 2 songs.
That's like if a baseball player died, and everybody's like, "Damn, fucking Roger Wade died."
Wade Boggs played in the World Series.
Yeah,
and what Dan is saying is this kid dropped 2 albums.
I'm saying that
maybe 2 albums.
Yeah,
he was 22 years old.
And you're like, as a bunch of white dudes who are old as fuck.
No,
we're not like in the now with.
No. I appreciate that I'm not on top of things on that. I get that. What I'm saying is, you put out 1 mixtape, you're not Tupac.
I just want everybody to go back to baggy jeans. These tight jeans are not for me, man.
They're not for me. No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
My bulbous is always showing all the time.
If you look at the top music right now, you won't know none of it. I
absolutely. I appreciate it. I understand that.
We aren't the ones that are deciding things anymore. Movies aren't made for us anymore, and music isn't either. So, like, if you can find some that you enjoy, I mean, I always listen to new stuff just so I don't
jump.
So I don't stagnate.
John Paul turned me on to a movie the other day that you guys should check out if you haven't seen it, called Freaky. With
Oh yeah, I want to watch that.
I'm pretty sure it's porn.
Oh
Vince Vaughn.
yeah,
what's the guy's name? Vince Vaughn.
Vince
Vince
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn. Okay.
It
It's
looks
like-
awesome.
Where he becomes the blonde hair, like they do
Yeah.
like the Freaky
Freaky
Friday.
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 Yeah,
Okay.
I laughed from the beginning of that movie to the very end. It's fucking great.
Awesome.
It's a comedy.
It's
It is the comedy.
It was
Vince
for
Vaughn
me
has to
No,
be
they-
legally.
the whole time.
Yeah.
It's Vince Vaughn. Legally, it has to be because he
Yeah.
cannot be
And
serious.
he's actually done some serious roles. He's
Psycho.
actually pretty good at playing.
But he's
like,
Vince
the-
Vaughn,
Oh, yeah.
so yeah.
He's a really good actor.
It's
though.
surprisingly, it's good. It's well made. It's got real, like, no CGI kills. It's all practical
Awesome.
effects.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I didn't. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
You
Yeah,
don't
no.
see that anymore nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No.
true.
No, they stopped that shit.
Speaking of practical effects, one cool thing that just edged its way in here at the 2020 is my wife got me the Lone Wolf and Cub box set from Criterion. Talk about special practical effects, man. I've only seen Shogun Assassin, but and that's like a mashup of of the first two movies, and then I never saw anything else. And then I think I'm on like the fourth film now, and it's so awesome. Like, if you guys get a chance, I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, you guys should check out the Lone Wolf and Cub. It's Japanese, subtitled. The dude is like a fat samurai, and he's badass as fuck. Awesome. The little kid's cool. Huh?
So I get the appeal.
Oh yeah, it's so
John,
amazing. I was blown away. What?
For most people, you can now call it The Mandalorian.
Oh, I'm talking about the original.
No, I know,
Mandalorian.
but that's
Speaking of
basically
that,
what it was,
Mandalorian, I forgot about
Pretty
that. That's
much.
I
been
was saying,
fantastic
let's-
this year.
Oh yeah.
that's basically where
I haven't seen that one. I
Mandalorian
haven't
stole a
watched
lot
it.
of its ideas from.
That's
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
Oh, for sure.
Great homage.
Total homage. Total homage. And
They are homaging
Favreau
it up.
knows. Yeah, for sure.
Homage. Oh my. That's what I say.
Lodging.
Yeah.
That was
So-
the word.
Baby
Okay.
Yoda was amazing.
I'll give you guys somebody who had a wonderful
Baby Yoda's
2020.
acting.
Who's
Who's
that?
that?
Sasha Baron Cohen.
That was great.
Oh yeah.
That was so
Yeah.
He drops a
Yes.
surprise Borat 2 out of nowhere. Which
Dude, it was
I
so
laughed my
good.
ass
Love it.
off. It was
Yeah.
so great. It was so great.
It was
And
so
then-
good.
I will say, if you guys also haven't seen The Trial of the Chicago 7, best picture of the year.
I heard about that.
Great.
Yeah.
It is the greatest acted. It's so good.
And it's funny too. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
I'm so out of it. I'm over here watching like old seasons of Survivor. I did watch
Oh.
I did watch Big Mouth, the new season. I liked that
There
a
you go.
lot.
I have 2 episodes left, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
they do always do stuff I don't care for, but I like the show in general. You know, the songs. I'm
It's
not
awesome.
forget those fucking songs out of there.
I'm not.
man.
I hate the songs too, dude.
Okay. I will tell you, literally everyone on here is watching really cool new stuff, and I watched a little bit of The Mandalorian. Not against it. It was good for what I saw. Little stuff like that. However, I am a lunatic, so I'm just watching random stuff online. So, in addition to a shitload of YouTube these days, because I listen to it while I'm working, I'm also watching. I went back through on my own, completely unprompted, and I rewatched Saved by the Bell: The College Years.
That's a good series.
I love
I
that
don't know
show.
why.
Hey,
I
that's
watched
a good. What the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah,
That is
the whole
such-
don't know why I did it.
I-
No
it's so-
clue.
I had fun with it. I liked all of
Hey,
it.
What
I
it
love that
was.
show.
I've watched in the last 2 months all of Saved by the Bell,
Even
Oh,
the new
Saved by the
stuff.
Bell.
including the new revival.
I watched the new one. Yeah.
I've also watched 90210.
Wow, I can't go there.
even the terrible reboot.
I watched a random episode last night of Step by Step, and
Like that
again,
show, too.
I don't
love
know
that
why.
show.
It was
Hey.
it was fun. It was 90s cheese. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why I watched it. I just saw it and went, all right. And I clicked and watched the whole episode, and then just
Yeah.
went on with my day. Like
Hey man, give Perfect Strangers a spin. That still
I
holds
remember
up in
Perfect
my
Strangers. Yeah,
I
yeah.
am
Bronson
currently
Pinchot.
I am
Cause of
currently
money.
rewatching
Yeah.
Night Court
Great
every
show.
night.
I'm
Hey,
I'm
I've
on-
been watching it.
I'm on season 2 of Night Court.
I am
That's-
slowly collecting the DVDs for that show. I'm on season 3 right
So
now.
good.
I'm not.
You know,
I love that show.
They're making a sequel series
Yeah, I heard
to
about
Night
that.
Court.
Yep.
You heard about that? Starring
Yes.
Yeah.
starring John Larroquette as his
Yep.
as his character, and then Harry Anderson's daughter or his character's daughter?
I think
Probably
the
his,
character's
he
daughter.
has a daughter
Okay.
that is in comedy and stuff. So.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's his
he's
real life
dead.
daughter.
So
Yeah.
that makes it
Yeah, he
awkward.
died a couple years ago.
Yeah, it'd be very awkward.
I'm
man.
interested.
I'm the
Oh,
Crypt
yeah, for
Keeper.
sure.
It's
Speaking
just a CGI Harry.
Well, I want to speak about this. That really brings up a very important subject, especially this year, is the idea of the, I don't know if it's reboots necessarily or sort of this like continuations. We talked about the Saved by the Bell one, which is, it has its moments.
Mhm.
Or you're talking about like they're going to redo this show or that show. 2020, like a lot of that, like not only movies but a lot of TV shows that come in with like the chapter 2 or whatever the hell. Like what is your opinion on, just anyone in general? What's your opinion on this idea of sort of like relying on the past but sort of trying to change it a little bit now?
I'm down for it. It's all shit
am
that,
too.
from our childhood,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
Right.
I'm waiting on
Bring
I want a new Masters of the Universe movie. We deserve one.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I
Doesn't work.
don't love the original,
Yep.
but
Me too.
we need
Love it.
one that is in Eternia,
Eternia.
Yeah.
kept
Yeah.
there.
So,
Yeah. No
I mean-
cosmic key. None of that.
me and my little one, we got into watching like the old school Goosebumps.
That's good
Oh,
stuff.
okay,
Yeah.
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 How about Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
watched. We
yeah.
watched.
That's a wonderful
watched
show.
Season 1 of
That
that.
was a
But
scary
they're supposed to
ass
be in 2021 coming out with some new Goosebumps ones that, like, I
Yeah.
think I'm just about as excited as he is about it.
So
Yeah,
he's liking it. So Jake, he's liking it. Then it still holds up.
Oh, my
dude, he
kids
loves
love it.
He actually this past Christmas he wanted a Slappy doll, and
Nice.
I found one on fucking eBay.
Expensive as shit, aren't they?
And I'll put it this way: right now, he is upstairs sleeping with that Slappy doll.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
While I'm talking right now.
That's cool.
Stuff
Best
from
friend,
nightmares
which
right
is-
there.
Yeah,
No,
that's
he finds it to be like it's his protector, and it's like you've missed the point of this show.
that's the coolest part, I think, of all this stuff, right? So we have this nostalgia for it, and then now we get to share it again because they're
Yeah.
gonna take it and then redo it so that it's digestible for your kids too.
That's
know?
why
It's kinda
I don't get mad at remakes or reboots
No,
because
no.
I used to, when I was like 18, I'd be like, fuck this shit, man. Like,
Right.
what can they come up with an original idea? Well, because people nowadays are used to the technology of modern film. So they like want to see that implemented.
Like
And,
Child's Play did.
Yeah. And that's a good one. And
Yeah.
if
I
you,
love it.
I liked it.
if you do it right, then those people that like that one will go back and check the other ones out.
Right,
You know,
it's
and-
already had a built-in audience.
And
for it.
I have
Right.
missed all the ones I didn't want to see, and I'm glad that I didn't watch them. I didn't watch the Nightmare on Elm Street remake because it looked like shit to me. I heard it was shit, and if we do it for the horror show sometime, I'll watch it and I'll give my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think
You're
I'm
wrong.
missing out on much.
You're not.
John Paul nailed it. He said you're wrong.
Well, the thing I like about the Nightmare on Elm Street films is Robert Englund saying bitch a lot and being real campy.
Yeah.
And that movie did not
Hard.
look campy at all. And I
Look.
heard they made him a real child fucker.
Mhm.
So, like, come on, dude. That's not fun. I don't want that. That's not, I don't like grim, dark shit.
Right.
It fucking bums me out. I got enough of that in reality.
I was
Right.
gonna say
You
that's
know,
that's my favorite
have some
thing
fun.
about Frank, guys, is that because he hangs out with us a lot of it, you would think he enjoys the darkness, but he doesn't. He's always the guy watching fucking Perfect Strangers or any of those old 80s comedies.
I love
Very
horror
good children.
movies, but they've
Yeah.
got to have that sort of
He
pizza
likes
schlock
the camp.
kind of
Yeah.
thing to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love gore and all that stuff, and it can even be dark sometimes. But if a movie's trying to manipulate me, like, ooh, I'm gonna pull your fucking little strings, you puppet. I'm gonna make you cry. Here's a dog that
Train to
dies. Or
Busan
here's a fucking
flashback.
baby.
Yeah.
I've watched so many movies where they're like, here's a baby, it's gonna die, dead baby. And it's like, why would you do that? This is not entertainment. I would never pay a ticket to get that experience. Hey, show me a dead baby.
That'd be a weird thing to pay for. That'd be like,
if there were two doors and one of them was like dead baby and the other one was like, hey, a dinosaur that doesn't look real, there's gonna be a lot of really bright red blood, I'm going in that door.
Still going that way, yeah.
Frank, just allow me to first go to Wikipedia before I watch the end of a movie, okay? Is that acceptable?
The rule I always set, and Ray should implement this on Schlockfest. If you are watching a movie for an hour and a half and you fucking are not having a good time at that point, you can turn it off from Wikipedia. I mean, what are you doing? You only live one time. These podcasts are supposed to be fun.
Right, absolutely.
Well, the fun in
I sat through
Schlockfest.
Dream Maniac, God damn it.
Yeah, the fun in Schlockfest is supposed to be me getting angry and almost having a heart attack.
That's part of the grant. That's how it works.
I mean, that's
for all the equipment as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
my cat's one was funny just because Emmett kept knocking the camera over. Emmett was like all in it since you were talking about cats.
yeah. He got pissed. He's like, don't you talk about it.
And it was. I know that wasn't on purpose, but that that was hilarious.
Oh yeah, he was knocking my camera equipment over on purpose. He's an asshole.
And that's why I say you guys do all the work, because all I had to do was edit together that podcast. You had to go in a theater and watch Cats.
You poor bastards.
I didn't have to pay for it.
Poor bastards.
We didn't get the butthole cut. I wish I got the butthole cut.
Oh, no butthole cut.
No butthole cut.
We went to the actual theater and saw it with. It was myself, Jean Paul, his wife, and then 2 other fans of cinema.
So there are 5 people in this entire theater enjoying Cats.
The stranger sat next to you just because they were like, we don't want to make this weird either.
No. The best part of that is when Ray looks over, he goes, I can't take this any longer. I go, don't worry. It's got another half hour.
Yeah. I almost cried.
And he's like, I'll kill you right here, right now.
The lady next to us was like, are you serious?
Yeah. She couldn't believe it either.
Yeah. When there's 5 people in the room and they're pissed, you're not doing well. You're not going to do well.
Oh my God.
Well, we should probably wrap this up fairly soon, guys. It's good. We're ringing in the new year at this point.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
About an hour.
All right. So
wrap that shit up, B.
That's right, gangster. So with that in mind, is there any closing out 2020? We sort of glossed over a little bit here and there, music and movies and TV and Dave Chappelle and a little bit everything. So with that said, as we bring in the new year, we'll go around like we did on the start. What is something you want to see the next coming year, or what's something you're excited about? Anyone can go. It's up to you.
Let's start with Carrie.
Okay, I guess one thing I'm looking forward to is shows starting up again, doing more interviews. This year has been big for me. This is the first year that I've really been involved with ZTOTV, and I feel like I'm improving with my interviewing and all that stuff. So definitely would like to get out with Ken and do a lot more of that. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting out and talking to more people. So I definitely am looking forward to getting more involved in more in ZTO this year. Definitely.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely.
Jean Paul, what do you say? Oh, you're next, Ray?
No, go ahead.
You called it. You said it.
I didn't.
He's got the conch. He's holding the conch.
I just wanted to say I got 2. I really want Gromy shows to come back. I miss Gromy terribly. Yeah. And I loved hanging out with you guys. We always got a weird group of people that would come in.
Oh yeah.
And it was fun. And I love live music, like Carrie was saying. 2, I'm looking forward to getting inoculated and then going to a strip club without a mask on again.
That's the dream. That is the dream.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Jean Paul, why don't you go ahead?
I mean, I definitely want to have recordings where Ray comes over again and Emmett knocks over his shit. Because people love Emmett. They really don't give a shit about.
You guys were playing with
Ray.
fire there. That one time you did it.
We
did
play with fire. We did play with fire
together,
when we got together.
And then Ray had COVID the next week.
Oh.
Yeah. So
yeah. So
socially distant.
So well, right now, yes, we will continue socially distant. It sucks because Emmett can't get in the shot anymore.
Just put him on your shoulder.
Oh, no way. That dog's 45 pounds on my shoulder. No thanks.
Build him a little perch behind you so he can just kind of lay
Yes.
Let Frank start recording early once. You follow him around, then we'll have footage we can just intercut in. And you're being bored.
That's a good idea. Also, I want to promote more of our merch because I want people to buy our shit and wear our shit because it's funny Emmett's got his own t-shirt. I mean, and people have bought it, which surprises the hell out of me.
That tape heads one is phenomenal.
I love that shirt. I buy our own merch because, well, I believe in our wonderful shows.
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to having more guests on What the Fuck because if any of you guys are interested, join us. It's fun. We have a lot of crazy discussions about random things. Maybe even perfect strangers if you'd like.
No.
Set aside 24 hours though, so you can catch up with everything.
We have so many seasons to show.
What a great sights we have.
1980s cheese.
John, what do you have to say?
Well, I'm also a noob to all of this year. Right, 2020, pretty much after the new year.
Yeah,
right?
Something like that.
John, you've been a great addition.
We'll have to figure it out.
What's that?
You've been a great addition.
Oh, thanks, man.
You and Carrie both.
That.
You both have impressed us.
Yes, I'm highly impressed.
Carrie, we're good. We're good, Carrie. Good.
I never got this kind of praise when I joined.
Yeah,
that's because
you're old hat now.
I think
get out of here.
You could have got more praise if I think it felt. I don't know. Maybe it felt like we were trying to drag you in. Like we're like, get in here, like
get in here, you.
Yeah, but I don't know. It seemed like I was like, Ray, you should get Jean Paul to do some stuff. And you're like, I don't know. People don't want a podcast. It's hard to get people into it. So
hey,
I think
everyone's just worried about sounding stupid. That's really what it is.
I have no shame.
My entire podcast.
I have no shame.
I have no shame. You've seen me at your live events. I have no shame. I would be that drunk guy.
You gotta throw all that shit out the window, man.
You gotta love my father. He jumps on shots.
But yeah, John, we'll continue. What were you saying? What are you looking forward to?
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Just looking forward to doing more podcasts because it's super fun. I love it. It's a great outlet to talk about stuff. My wife's not really into horror, which is hilarious to me. Because I'm nuts about horror.
Yeah.
And she's not. So, what else am I looking forward to? I don't know. Not getting sick. Like seriously, like real talk. Not getting sick, still being employed.
How many people here have caught the virus? Any just Ray? And that's some shit.
Just like my herpes Friday nights.
Love you, Ray.
Yeah.
Oh,
like close friends of ours have got it. One's a nurse. And she just now caught it. Her smell and taste have gone, and she's got asthma and shit. We're constantly worried about her. Like she's like my sister. Like we're both super Tenacious D fans, and she calls me Jables, and she's my rage cage. So, so just looking forward to all this stuff going away. Maybe even getting to Cinema Wasteland. Frank, Ray, I don't know where everyone's at. Meet up and hang out and party for like a night.
Me and John Paul have been talking about that, man.
We're gonna just come crash at your place.
Yeah, we're
Pittsburgh. Dude, the room I'm in right now has a queen size bed, and it's like a little hotel room. You guys,
that's perfect. John Paul will have to sleep on the left side, though.
Yeah. Wait, no. Last time I was on the left side. You said I could get it next time.
Yeah,
we'll go to the Monroeville Mall. See the.
We're all huge con fans, man, and yeah, me and John Paul have went a bunch of times, and I missed the shit out of that too. So,
Jake, I haven't been active recently, but there's no time. But I'd make time to meet all you guys, though. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Love that.
Touch me with my good hand.
Jake, what are you looking forward to?
A lot of it's just getting out. Everybody's talked about the Gromy shows and everything like that. I mean, honestly, especially as a podcast like me and Dan have with Hillbilly Therapy, which, I mean, if we didn't have fans, it'd literally just be us, talking to each other about stupid shit. So, I mean, our fans have been, really what drives our podcast. So really getting back out and seeing fans. And most importantly, especially since she's on here, I still got beef with somebody on here because me and Carrie still have to have a battle of the sexes that 2020 took away from us.
Yeah.
It's still got to happen. So
is that leg wrestling? What is that?
Scissor me timbers.
Yeah. So basically,
sorry. Did I take it to the limit? Sorry.
Lay your money down. Let's do this.
That Four Loko is really kicking in, huh?
Yeah.
He's got Four Loko in that thing.
He's gonna catch on fire. Bam.
Yeah, I guess the one thing that I'm looking forward to is the decline of the handshake. Love it. Love it. Don't touch me. Are you kidding me?
No. Giving you a
We're not gonna have
hug.
a strength thing. Like that's always a contest. Like I'm gonna give you a fucking handshake. Goodbye handshake. Unless they replace it with that weird elbow shit that people are doing. I don't want that.
That's so weird. Yeah.
Jose Canseco it.
Yeah.
I used to just
Inject steroids and tell everybody.
Frank, I'm just going to give you a big fat hug when I see you.
I'm going to lick my hand and smack you.
It's a Russian hello.
It's the ability to say, you're just 6 feet away. Like, honestly, I can't wait to just be like, even after all this is over, just certain people like,
back up.
Grown is be like 6 feet away. We're not there yet.
Fuck
Have
that.
a
I'm
measuring yardstick.
Yeah, just
as soon as I get the antivirus, I'm giving you all butterfly kisses. You're all fucking.
Oh, thank you for that horrible idea.
You're welcome.
Playing it in all of our heads now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyways, we should wrap it up, guys.
Yep.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Thank you
Happy
guys
New
all
Year,
for
everybody.
Happy New Year, guys.
Thank you guys for all coming. And I'm like the rest of you, looking forward to when this is all finally over, doing some more live shows. Heck, like before, like we've done in the past, bringing in some other podcasts and doing live episodes of that, for that matter.
Yep. No handshakes, though.
No handshakes and no butterfly
handshakes.
kisses, you sumbitch.
Give me one of these. Hey,
you're first.
how you doing?
You're first, buddy.
Get the double gun.
But yeah, so for everyone you've just seen here tonight, and for the year that was 2020 into 2021, this has been ZTO. Have a great new year.